Yeah, that's second to last. Yep. Okay. You know.
I know your whole little showroom.
Period. Calling the shots.
Calling the shots. Take one.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Season 1, Episode 5 of Fake Film School. This episode is titled Calling the Shots, and we will converse about the differences between a producer and a director and wearing multiple hats on set. My name is Jazmin Bryant. I'm a film producer, director, the curator of the show, and your host. Welcome, and thanks for tuning in. Blessing us with your company, crazy working filmmaker with a production company called Stoney & Yates and a post house called MFC, who's created projects like Netflix's Chris Rock special, the mini documentary, a Beverly Hills Cop commercial featuring Shaq, the one-of-a-kind McDonald's Mambo sauce commercial, crazy visuals for the Book of HOV exhibit at the Brooklyn Library, celebrating the life and work of Jay-Z, Chicago's very own. We got him out the edit room, y'all. Carlton Sabbs.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Hey, great for having me. Thank you, G.
I'm shocked. I thought it was giving cancellation. No,
I had to pull up.
You made it.
Had to.
And thank you for making
Had
time.
to be here.
For real. Here at Fake Film School, we're operating through our segments, and our first segment is titled Class Topic.
And this class topic is called Calling the Shots.
Which means we will discuss the differences between a producer and a director and wearing multiple hats on set. Just jumping into it, can you take us through some of the pros and cons of wearing multiple hats on set? As a filmmaker, obviously you produce, you direct, you edit. Take us there.
Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons, producing or being a director on the set. But I feel like starting off, especially when you're trying to get into the industry or getting started, you're probably gonna have to wear a lot of hats regardless.
Yeah.
Ideally, I would not like to have to wear a lot of hats. That means that we don't have enough money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Coming out the gate, it's great to, be a producer on it because you get to learn the ins and outs. Mm-hmm. It helps you to get educated as far as everybody's role, what people do. And then that helps you to understand how you get to production on the other side, which is the creative. And a lot of us are driven by that. While we got into this industry, here's the creative side. But I think learning the producer side helps position us to have a better mindset once you get into the other side of the creative and the directing. So I guess the pros is, being able to learn everything from wearing all these hats. You learn everybody's role and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, the cons, of course, is you're only one person and, there's a lot of people out here that are specialists in what they do. And, when you have money, the great thing is you can hire these great people that are smarter than you to do these things, because the more you have a great team, the better your product can be. And getting to a level I've been fortunate to be working in this industry for a bit where now I'm in a position where I can hire a lot of quality people that's smarter than me.
Yeah.
And
take off a hat or two.
Take off a hat or two.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You're a filmmaker, multi-hyphenate, so you produce, you direct, you edit.
Yeah.
What don't you do? What are some of the differences?
I think it's beauty in not doing everything too.
In not
you know
doing
what
it,
I mean?
right? But what are some of the differences of a producer and a director?
Well, I say a producer for sure is someone I would say is almost like a project manager. You're the person that's responsible of making the projects go from start to finish and be executed. You're responsible for how the money is basically captured to make the project happen.
Yeah.
So it's very important. That's why when you're watching films, you see the credits, you see a lot of names produced. You're oh, Kevin Durant produced this? It's because he probably put some money in it.
Absolutely.
So it can be as small as just contributing to actually being hands-on and project managing.
And then the director is more of the visionary. More the
director is, the idea, the visionary. You're the say-all, be-all as far as what the vision should be, what the story should be, what the creative should be.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm saying this is so funny because I'm thinking about people that's what it should be, but then you still got the producers always trying to tell you what their vision is. And no.
Right.
But yeah, at the end of the day, in the perfect world, the director is the one that is bringing that idea to life, executing it, have the vision, and you just fight from start to finish to the end to, make it happen.
And anytime you're like watching a show or a movie, those opening credits, the last name you see is the director, because then you see the opening shot. So the director's like, that's who's closest to that opening shot. That's whose idea that opening shot is. So watch them credits.
Watch them credits.
And
man.
I remember seeing you on set as a director a couple years back. Netflix Strong Black Lead project.
Strong Black Lead. Shout out to Strong Black Lead.
That was dope. But it's been so amazing just to see, you know, Stoney and Yates, and then you as a creative, and also with your post house, just navigate, right?
Yeah.
And grow.
Absolutely.
The growth is,
man,
it's giving climbing.
Praise God, man.
Dope. So Carlton, for you, where do you draw inspiration from?
Man.
You did mention also pitch decks are everything and lookbooks are everything. Take us through where you draw your inspo and then how you get it kind of consolidated in a deck.
I think I draw inspiration from everything. I feel like coming in as a creative, I realized I'm in a world where I can pay attention to everything I experience in my life, and then I can draw from that, because that's all we are doing is with art, you know?
Yeah.
It's imitating life. So it's like, I'm drawing inspiration from stuff like that. I see them, you know, when I'm watching TV, I'm reading something. I'm just little stuff. I'm looking at a street sign and how the like typography is. I'm like, oh, that's, you know, so I'm always just, it never turns off, which is cool. That means you like living out your purpose. But yeah, decks, everything, like you said, it is like, if anything somebody takes away, if I ever want to talk, because I don't like talking a lot, but it's doing.
Well, you came to the right place.
No, but real talk though. Decks are for sure everything, right?
Like the lookbook, the inspiration. What comes with the deck?
This is the thing though. So a PowerPoint slide, to the most simplest like way of explaining it. Like I drew interest in it. Like, oh, this is cool because now I can kind of create what my vision is on this deck. Like I can, the way I put the letters to the images I choose, the colors, this is representing, I'm like, oh, this is who I am. But then for me on the producer side, to get business, to get in these businesses and be respected. I'm a black man, and like, yo, what are you gonna bring to the table here? Are you serious or not? You don't have a website, but you got a deck? People respect decks.
Decks are everything.
They like, you dead ass, huh? You got a deck? Okay.
So getting the ideas, consolidating them into something people can kind of take away and understand.
I'm telling you, it gets you in the door, it gets you the money. And I think it's very underrated. And especially if you have a company that you're running and you want to get more business, you want to get funding, everything has been a deck. All of my projects, the deck is what did it. For
certain clients, you might make a deck and then the project don't go through. So that can be kind of like frustrating, I think, when you put like your heart and soul in this 100-page deck and then it don't go. But now you have something to kind of show and put in the vault for later time. So I think it pays off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's art too.
It is art, and it's dope. You went crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Too much.
Let's talk real quick.
Yeah, deck, treatment, lookbook. I feel like it's all in the same family.
Same family. Our next segment is titled Switching the Script. It's time. The fishbowl is out. It's time for Carlton to ask some questions and we can both respond.
Okay. Favorite filmmakers ever and why?
Woo, gotta go quick. Okay. Gina Prince Bythewood, Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, Lena Waithe, Issa. I think they all bring something socially conscious to their work, and I resonate with that. What about you?
That's fire. Yeah. I love Alan Hughes.
Okay.
One of my favorite documentary filmmakers. I used to watch American Pimp when I was younger. It was just incredible. But he did Dear Mama recently. Amazing. And Michael Mann. I love Michael Mann. I'm a Chicago dude. Like his old stuff, Thief, to Heat.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I love his music, the electronic stuff he put in it. It's crazy.
Hard.
But how'd that work? I don't want to grab it again on some goofy shit.
Yo, I would just put it like behind you.
I'm gonna do it like that. Fine. Y'all gonna keep that one too. If you could license any song for an upcoming film, what would it be? I like this joint.
Definitely Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube.
Hey,
easy. What about you?
Classic. Oh man, I would say Gil Scott-Heron. Home is where the hatred is. That song's a banger.
Okay.
I'm on my way home. Man, it's a banger.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah. How would you describe your taste?
Ooh. For me, similar to the filmmakers I first mentioned, anything socially conscious is like kind of where my heart kind of lies. It could be a drama, it could be a comedy, it could be, you know, a horror, but we're gonna have to make sure there's something like socially conscious we can show audiences, revealing that we're more alike than we are different.
That's beautiful. Yeah. I would say with me is, I like to say duality. Like I love to put different things together that may not seem like it fits, that juxtaposition, you know? Being from the South Side of Chicago, but just having like something that you don't commonly see in that world placed together, retro, always showing love to the past. You know what I mean? But still saying contemporary and modern.
Love that. Okay, Sabbs. Let's do one more. Dropping gems.
Y'all funny as hell, man. What is a project you are most proud of, and how did it make you feel? I would say the project definitely changed my life was working on Genius, the Kanye West with Cootie and Chike, and
Casually.
man, it was a blessing. Like it was the Chicago love to be able to connect with them. They was always big bros. I looked up to them. Never thought that I would be able to work with them, and to have that and just seeing like even working with like looking at the footage, and I'm like, yo, I had that same Nissan Altima that Kanye was in this, would have taken Donda around. I'm like,
Chicago.
what? On Lakeshore Drive.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. So it's all like divine and meant to happen, you know, especially when you're living out your purpose. So yeah, that's definitely probably my favorite project working on.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. It's incredible. Our second to last segment, what you watching? Anything good that you've seen streaming or in the theater?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching Apple TV, been popping lately, you know. I like that Presumed Innocent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, with Jake Gyllenhaal. I think Dark Matter on there as well. I like sci-fi. I'm big into sci-fi.
Hard.
So that's been dope right now.
Yeah, you gotta check out Sing Sing.
Sing Sing
That
is hot. So that's out already?
It just dropped. Well, they did some limited releases, but it's out. And A24, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It just shows like a group of men in like a correctional facility, and they bomb through the theater department. So it kind of shows like art can kind of bring hope regardless of the situation.
That's fire.
It's dope.
I feel like that, just looking at the trailer, you could tell it's gonna win awards.
Oh yeah, they better pick something up.
He has to.
They better not
Did
play.
he win for Rustin? Was it?
I think he was nominated. I don't know if he took it home though.
Did I say the name of it wrong?
No, that was right. It was Rustin.
It's Rustin.
Because they filmed Sing Sing in between him shooting The Color Purple and Rustin.
Oh.
So he's been doing his big one.
Yeah, he's cool.
Shout out to
He's
Coleman
amazing.
Domingo.
Yeah. Remember him, Zola?
Zola is-
He was funny as Zola. You hate that
I
movie.
love that girl, Janiska Bravo.
Yes, she does.
Last but not least, it's the martini shot.
Yes, yes.
The final thought, if they don't take anything away, what is the most important thing?
Oh man, decks are everything.
Obviously.
Decks are everything.
Yeah.
And thirsty moves never prosper.
Okay, so be intentional and do everything.
Be
with
intentional.
Selflessness.
Selflessness.
Got it.
I'm telling you. Take this for
Sabbs,
you. Hey,
it's been a
Jazmin.
pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you
for
so
having
much
me.
for
This was
coming,
dope.
man.
This is dope.
Taking time out of that
More
schedule, out of that busy
Oh
schedule.
man, I'm so glad I'm out the house.
Yeah. Thank you so
Out the air,
much.
baby.
That's season 1, episode 5 of Fake Film School. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We out.
Bye.